They go play action here on first down. Finds the open target, Arnold. And right away, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a handoff looking right. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Mike Ford, Mike Ford. All day, baby, all day, all day, all day. Mike Ford, coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
On first down, it's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Lawson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. The extra point up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A quick throw complete out to Isabella. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
Let's go now.
7-7, our score after 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 4. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Ross Blacklock. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
That's trash. Mike 4. Oh, here we go. Oh. Mike 4. Mike 4. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next is Washington 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Check, check.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On second down now, Linton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Let's go, let's go.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Cowboy 80.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Dragon 60. Mike 9,
Herbert on first down now.
There you are.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike 4. Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Quick, quick. Mike 4.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Mike 4, Mike 4. You beat.
To throw again on second down, Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Mike 4, Mike 4. I'm on. Mike 4. He's scared. Mike 4, Mike
18, Pioneer.
To the air again, Herbert. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10.
Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike 4, Mike 4.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Mike 4.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
46 to Mike. 46. Here we go.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. Bulldozes past him. 53 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Mike 46.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
46 to Mike. We own them. We own them. 46 to Mike.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Check 3.
Go street.
Mike 4.
I got one. 7 Pirates.
Mike 4.
Go.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
Herbert just beat the play clock. Herbert has it knocked free. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Mike 4. Hey, watch the slant.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert, he'll rifle this one deep right side. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Watch the run.
Here's Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 36 yards. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, Linton. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Linton. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now it's Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Mike 4, Mike 4. Watch the pass.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Mike 4. Watch the pass. Mike 4. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Mike 4. Mike 4. Here it comes.
Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert. And that is taken in by Njoku. Room here to run. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 8. Mike 8. Hurt. The curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They'll run on first down. Linton. Open space inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Mike 4. Mike 4. Here we go.
Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 20.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds the open target, Arnold. And some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Cards force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lawson. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamin Davis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw here, Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go one more.
Trap 60, trap 60. What's the ball?
Mike 4.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Over the middle, complete. It's Lawson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Mike 8.
Yeah, that's what I do. 7 Pirates.
Mike 8. I'm coming for you, son. Mike 8. Oh, yeah.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Lawson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Mike 8. 19 light.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues as that lead just swells. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Mike 8, Mike 8. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Hey, let's go.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lawson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One last throw here for Herbert. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, they remain.